In this video, we're going to cover a few stocks that have the potential to become leaders, provided that broad market conditions continue to strengthen. And we'll show you what we look for in a leadership type stock in terms of the technical action. And although the fundamental side also plays a big part in what we look for, this video is going to focus on the technicals only. And we're going to start each chart off with the monthly time frame, and then we're going to work our way down to the weekly and the daily to give us some perspective. And so with HOFT, we see a clear downtrend line breakout on the monthly, and the first base to form since the downtrend line break here. Very solid base over several months, which recently broke out. And we go to the weekly chart here, you can see the base. And it broke out and it formed a little base on top of base here that's just breaking out this week. Onto the daily chart, and here's the price action this week. There was some pickup in volume here on the recent move out, and a pretty strong stock breaking out ahead of the market. So in the short term, it's a bit extended, but if we're to watch the 10 and 20-day moving averages as they come up, if there is an orderly pullback to these averages within the next 3 to 5 days, that could serve as a low risk buy entry. So again, let's start with the monthly of ORBC. Again, we see here sideways consolidation, and then another lengthy consolidation here. Spent all of 2014 and 15 in about a 30% range, and the price action recently broke out. And here's sort of a cup and the handle pattern on a weekly. Which also breaks the downtrend line of the consolidation here on the weekly chart. And here's the move out on a big pickup in volume. So going to the daily chart, like HOFT, it's already moved out on pretty bullish volume. So the first pullback to the 10-day moving average or 20 over 3 to 5 days will be something to watch. Again, this is a stock that's showing strength ahead of the market, much like HOFT. MXL, Max Linear, and looking at the monthly, it recently cleared 21-month consolidation, 20-month, and broke out. And during the market sell-off, MXL's pulled back about 38% off the highs to the 200-day moving average, which is similar to the 10-month moving average I'm showing here. So here's the pullback to the 40-week MA and MXL, where there's a spike in volume and it closed off the lows of the session. The price action basically undercut the prior low and held up. So there is some definite support at 14, which is logical because that is the highs of the last base. So it's holding up nicely, or has held up really nice, and now it's trying to reclaim the 10-week moving average. So dropping down to the daily chart, we see the price action sitting right around the downtrend line, depending on how you draw that. This could be the break here. Regardless, there's a pickup in volume on the move above the 50 EMA, which is this wide bluish line here. And then today there was a pullback to the 50-day moving average that found some support. The idea is to buy around this area here in the 1475 to 1530 area, with the expectation that the 50-day MA is going to hold up along with the 10 and 20-day MAs to provide support. Anything can happen, but if it holds above this 1450 level, would have to assume that it's doing a good job of maintaining momentum in the short term. LYTS recently cleared a 5-year trading range in between 6 and 970. Here's the breakout on volume, and the move from there past the original breakout, there wasn't much of a move because the market stalled and has pulled back in January 2016. So That's what LYTS has done, and it's only pulled back in about 21%, which is pretty good. And you can see here the price action is tightening up between the 10 and 40 week MAs, dropping down to the daily. We see a break of a downtrend line, and we see that again the price action sandwiched between the 50 and 200 MAs. So in the short term, we want to look for LYTS to continue to tighten up in this area and hold above the 200 AMA, and either a pullback into this area on light volume or some sort of reversal bar, especially if a bullish reversal bar forms around this 1025 to 975 area, or even if it's just an undercut of the 1050 that provides a bullish reversal candle. That's where we look to establish a buy entry with the thought process that it's going to continue to make higher lows on this right side of the base and eventually move higher. So Nikkei monthly, probably the nicest example of a strong monthly. We have sideways action for a year plus. Then you have the break of the downtrend line, a few months sideways. And as we have seen with other stocks, the price action in Nikkei basically held the lows of the bases basically above the highs of the last base, or held at the highs of the last base. So that's a positive sign. Nikkei broke out last week on a pickup in volume after a tight inside week of price action, and is currently in pullback mode. And anything around this 475 to 5 area looks to be viable, with the idea that it probably should hold up above the 20 AM in the short term. But if you wanted to be a little bit more safe with the stop and go a little bit wider, below the 50 MA would help. Last, we're going to go over Facebook here. And just that for those who are looking at Facebook as a potential buy entry, just keep in mind that there is still this top trend line that's in place that it has been and continues to act as resistance. So when you move into this 120 area, it's going to be tough to maintain momentum unless it can crack through this level and then begin to consolidate above the 120 and then push higher. But as of right now, it's still in a rising channel, yet to break out. So there you have it. A quick rundown of a few stocks that we like that may eventually become leadership stocks if the market is to head higher. If you like what you saw in this video and would like to learn more about our style of trading, simply go to www.morpheustrading.com, where there's information regarding our newsletter, our nightly newsletter, the Wagner Daily. And you can also go to our blog at morpheustrading.com/blog and read up about how we like to trade the market, our style, some tips about how we trade, and just there's a ton of articles on how we, the type of setups we look for, and how we go long and short the market. So it's a valuable resource for those who want to learn how to swing and position trade. Thank you for joining us, and until next time.